Hello, everybody. Welcome to Integrate Yourself podcast. I'm here today with Dora Sanchez of John Gray Restaurant here in Puerto Morelos, Mexico. She's been providing our food all week and doing an amazing job with breakfast. I've been loving the combination and learning more about how everyone eats here and why we eat these certain foods here. I've noticed a lot of tropical fruits that you guys, all over the place. I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about why that's so important in the Mexican culture as far as cuisine goes and how it's important for people's health to eat fruit.
Oh my goodness.
Or what's your take on it?
Fruit is, when I was a little girl, we grew up on the fruit.
Right.
My father would come and say, you have to have your orange juice, or you need to have fruit. Fruit is part of our basic breakfast, ceremony.
Yeah.
You have to have fruit so you can get the energy going. It has fructose, and your body can assimilate it much easier than if you were to have like something that comes in a carton.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and we used to, what food is available. They say that whenever you go to a different part of Mexico, there's different kinds of fruits.
Yes.
So you're supposed to eat what's available in the area.
Which makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
Your body will be able to assimilate it. We can eat strawberries, but strawberries are not locally from here. They're more from Guanajuato, from Irapuato, and people from that area will eat more strawberries.
And I've noticed I haven't had it as long as I've been eating more of the fruit. I haven't had as many digestive issues because of that. So that's huge because a lot of people come here, they visit from other countries, and they get sick because their digestion can't handle maybe some of the food. So I think actually the conclusion I've come to is that fruit actually helps a lot with your digestion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. For example, they say that if you have like an upset stomach, upset meaning that you haven't been able to go correctly to the bathroom, you know your body. So you go and you have like your 8 pieces of papaya, and trust me, within a few hours, you'll be able to get it out. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's got water. Every food has water. We recommend that you drink also lots of water.
So tell us a little bit about, Dora, your background in the culinary industry.
Actually, I think
I'm really curious. Yeah.
you should be talking more to John Gray. He's not here right now. He's the chef that, inspired many of the dishes. All I've done is I've been able to think as to what it is that I would like for the tourists that come to Mexico to enjoy, because many people, they think that Mexican food is only guacamole, quesadillas, and that's it. But there's so many more things. I was able to feed you the other day some local authentic mole poblano, which was made in Puebla and was made by the nuns for this, I think it was viceroy or a king, and he was really impressed because it has a variety of flavors, chocolate being one of them, the cacao.
Wow. Yeah.
So basically, when I was offered the opportunity to cater to these fantastic groups, I said, okay, I need to work on my budget, and I need to be able to give them something that will make them feel good and healthy and make it a feast. So I said, okay, Mexican food is what I eat. It's what the guys eat. So, together the guys in the kitchen and myself, we sit down and we discuss, okay, what are we going to do with it? Let's do, like the tostada or the chilaquiles, and little by little we're introducing you to what it is the home cooking stuff we're used to.
And I absolutely love that. I feel exactly like that when I'm eating your breakfast every morning, and it feels like that. It feels like just a feast, and it's so satiating. It really sets the tone for the day, with my energy levels. So, because you just combine it in a certain way that makes sense, and you need more carbohydrates out here because of the heat, right? And because of the energy production quality. Do you know much about how to let's see,
how to balance it?
Yeah, how do you guys seem to have a lot of wisdom around that, about how to about how to balance the macronutrients, because just out of experience, right, you kind of know it works, and you have to. One thing that Deborah said, she's not in the picture, but she's over here. She said that you have to really respect nature. You have to get with the rhythm of nature. And so with that, meaning, the food is included in that, right? And knowing how to, what to eat, when to eat, and at that, pace. So it seems like you guys really know what you're doing, as opposed to in America, where I feel like people just kind of eat when they can, or they skip meals, or they don't really...
No.
I'm sorry, but but it's a big part of this culture,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah. Again, as I said before, before, it all depends on how you grew up. You know, my family, my mother and my father, they said it's very important to start your day with breakfast, and it is important because that's where you go to bed. Let's pretend at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then you've had all those hours, and you wake up very early, and then you still wait all those hours until 10 or 11 because you just had a cup of coffee. Your stomach is asking for food.
Yes.
And so by the time your intake is not as balanced, then obviously it's not going to help you. It's just going to pile up, and then we tend to not slim down. But the body will hold on to this food because they don't know when the next time your body's going to have more food.
And that is so wise that you said that, because you'd be surprised how many people don't realize that, actually.
I'm one of them. Sometimes I forget and I'll just have my cup of coffee and then no. I've noticed my body changes. So every 3
I've noticed
hours.
that too. Oh gosh, thank you for saying that. That was awesome. So, so let's talk a little bit about what inspires you. We'll go, because you mentioned a little bit about how you got started. So what inspires your dishes here
well, it's the groups.
Yeah.
We've been doing, thank God, these yoga groups for 3 years more or less.
Yeah.
And I am very particular. I don't like to, if the group is here for 2 weeks, even though the teacher will be here 2 weeks, but we'll train students, I don't want to feed them the same thing.
Right.
I want them to see that there's such a variety of cuisine in Mexico, and even if you open your refrigerator, you just have to be a little bit more creative.
Yeah.
Out of a chicken, you can make the chicken tacos or chicken tostadas. You just have to think a little bit. And well, that's basically my inspiration. I want the people that come to Mexico to see that there are different options, healthy options. And if you're like a vegan, or if you are a lactose intolerant, there's so many restrictions nowadays that for us in Mexico, they're new. So I've been learning as the groups come by.
Yeah. But tell me,
that.
do you see as many of those intolerances with the people who live here, or is it more people who visit?
Well, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it's so easy. I have family that's not from Mexico, and when they come, if they cut themselves, they're like,
right.
They get scared. So
yeah.
A lot of us become scared because of what is being taught or what we see in the news.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like my staff, they never get sick. They come from this town, which is like 3 hours away from here, and if I give them something nice to eat, they'll appreciate it, but they will always go back to the protein, which is the beans.
Right.
And I myself, before I met the father of my children, I was one of those beans and quesadillas, and then that was it. So little by little, I've been introduced to these things. But I think that it's all mental.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have to think a little bit. There's so many human beings in this world, and how many chickens can really grow organic in this world? Everything is all hormonal, and I do worry for the future what my kids are going to eat. So, but there's a new tendency. There's a lot of people that are becoming aware, and they're doing all these organic products, and they're trying to have a little, piece of land where they can grow their food.
Right.
And there's a lot of consciousness.
I think you're right. And I think it's also important for us to see how other cultures are eating and notice how maybe what does and doesn't work for those people. And, what I've noticed since I've been here is just the people that live here are so healthy. You can just tell, right? And their energy levels and their physical appearance, the skin, it's just glowing. It's just beautiful, right? So I can tell that the food is definitely working in people's favor, as well as the sunlight helps too. So
yes, of course. If we don't have sunlight, I don't know what would happen to us.
Right? Yeah,
we can die. Basically, again, it's the food that they have available. The corn, the tortillas, for example, they're made out of corn, and there are places where you can get the real tortilla. There's many tortilla places throughout here, but you will find a few that you can see right there. They have the corn, and they grind it, and then right there it's freshly made the tortilla.
Yes.
And that's why so many of us will go to the tortilla place and stand in line, because we know that it's pure corn, and what we're going to eat, corn is good for us.
Yes.
The bean is a high fountain of protein.
Yeah. So you guys cook it a certain way that you can access that, right? It's really cooked down, right?
And there is a secret, by the way, because so many people will say, if I have beans, no, I'm going to get gas.
Right.
Now here's the trick.
Yeah, what's the trick?
When you make the beans, you have to leave them soaking overnight.
Oh, right.
And that
preparing
water,
it properly.
You throw it away.
Yeah.
And then the next day you use fresh, water, and you put them to boil. The last thing you add, obviously, is salt. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there waiting for the bean to be cooked.
So it breaks it down even more. The salt does. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it'll be much, and then we have beans 3 times a day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, believe me. Beans in every Mexican house. It doesn't matter the status. Everybody has beans.
Yeah, it's a staple here, right?
It's a yes. So we live and we feed ourselves with what we have available, which is healthy for us.
Yeah, and so I find that also plantains are big out here, and that's is that one of your favorites too?
Oh my God, yes, plantains. And I was just giving recipes. You can just like cut them in. You have to make sure they're mature. Cut them in half. You open them, you put some cheese, some marmalade.
And how do you know they're mature? I don't know much about
plantains. Well, there's the banana and then there's a plantain.
Right.
So when you get the plantain and you go to the store and it's green, you can make chips out of them.
Oh, okay.
Slice them very thinly and you fry them. When the skin is already black or starting to get black, that's a good time for you to peel them, and you can slice them and fry them, and they're going to be very sweet. Or you can wrap them in tin foil, cut them in half, and put the marmalade and the cheese and put it in the oven.
That sounds amazing.
It's delicious.
And then sometimes you guys have them with crema as well, right?
Yes. Oh my God. All these wonderful things. That would be
Those
like
are the things that I like. Yeah.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And okay, so let's talk about the cacao and what that symbolizes here and how that is a part of everyone's life. You know.
Well, cacao? Yeah, we eat cacao.
Oh, cacao.
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 Okay.
Yeah. The chocolate.
Yes, the chocolate. Well, cacao is well, according to the Mayans and the Aztecs, most of the civilization throughout South America as well, cacao was very, very important, and it was used to be as a coin. You could pay with cacao.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah,
and you know, the more the pure the cacao, the healthier it is. They say that it's good if you have like one cacao bean, and it's like having a really bitter chocolate. But it's good. It's good for the digestive system.
Magnesium and those kinds of things too. Yeah, and you so there's probably a lot of really good cacao that's sugar. So chocolate sugar is added to it in the process to make it more sweeter and easier to eat. But,
yes, and you know, unfortunately, the production of cacao is becoming affected a little bit because you know you want the cacao to be as pure as possible, and then unfortunately you get like plague. You know, when you get like insects that come to it.
The insect and kind of infested.
They could get infested. So most of the production throughout Mexico, cacao, I think in Tabasco, is more produced.
Okay.
And they have to be very careful, you know, not to have it infested with anything.
Yeah.
So what has happened, you know, most agricultural people, they have experimented to make a stronger form of cacao.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but cacao it's very good, very healthy.
So they add something. They're adding like GMO kind of cacao.
No, they're like mixing certain things of the cacao so it comes to be stronger.
Oh, okay. So like I don't know the word for that, but I know what you mean.
But making it stronger, you know, how can I explain it? You know,
making it more resilient.
More resistant to this kind of infestment. It's a little white worm. I don't recall the name.
Right.
I saw the documentary.
Oh, right. So it's a big, but it is something that's very sacred as far as your culture goes. Yeah.
Yes. Back then in the time of the Indians, they used it to trade, and you would be your wealth was measured with the cacao.
Okay. And so it was used as a form of currency.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And to this day, if you go to many places in Tabasco has #1 production for cacao. But like if you go to Valladolid, which is a town very close by, they have a museum of cacao and they will give you an explanation as to how it is produced. And the Mayan culture also produces chocolate.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And I've had some good chocolate since I've been here.
We have very good sweets. Very good
I'll be bringing back a lot of stuff. Well, as much as I can. I don't know if I can bring that through, but we'll see.
You'll be able.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Dora. We really appreciated you coming on and talking about Mexican culture and food and traditional ways of eating and sharing with us your insight on that and wisdom. So thanks for coming on, and we'll see you guys next time. Definitely subscribe and give us a big thumbs up if you like this video. It helps us get out to more people. Until next time, we'll see you guys again soon. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.